Well, hello there, dear ones. Robert Brzezinski with you. Tonight is evening prayers for the 13th of April. I've got the wonderful and amazing Reverend Savanna Riker with me this evening. Hello, dear one.
Hey, glad to be here again.
Yes, again, and your first video got so many views. We love. It's got nothing to do with how many views you got. We love your prayers, and it's just great that you're here with us tonight. So
Good,
I'm glad
good.
you're welcome, welcome.
Thank
All
you.
right, for folks that are just joining us or just finding this, the program's pretty simple. It happens every morning, 8:15 a.m. Mountain Time, and then again 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. And it all started with me just wanting to pray, do it live. Let's work without a net. And then real quickly started inviting a number of people to join me. And I think, Reverend Savannah, I think you were the first person to actually say yes.
Really? First or
And
second, maybe.
maybe first or second, but you were in the early part, so it's really good to have you back with us again.
Yeah.
And remember, folks, if you do want to get your prayer requests included in either my prayer book, or we can get them to Reverend Savannah, or if you'd like your prayers prayed for in this broadcast, just send me an email, revbriz@spiritevolving.com. I'll be more than happy to get those prayers going for you. So, all right, why don't we get started with some prayer? We'll talk a little bit about Reverend. Well, I can't wait. Reverend Savannah. She's got a new thing she's going to do on Thursday evenings. And tell us just a little bit about it.
Yeah, so this is an exciting conversation that I've been wanting to have. It's called Savvy Chats, and it's a little play on my name a little bit. My nickname is Savvy. So I just wanted to provide a place for people to come to connect with each other. There's going to be a little bit of spiritual practice, and then, of course, a topic for us to just dive into, just to build community. I mean, I know there's so many options right now since we are in the world now of deeper technology, right? And so people are looking for ways to connect. And, I had to cancel quite a few of my trips for speaking engagements and workshops and classes and things of that nature. And so this is just a way for me to be able to provide that anyway, and to a larger audience. So Savvy Chats will be every Thursday from 6:30 until 7:30 Pacific time. And it's kind of an experiment. So we're going to just be together, see what happens. The Zoom information is also in my bio on Instagram. If you are following on Instagram, you can follow me at Savvy Noel. That's my handle. Facebook, you can find all the information on my timeline here. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right there.
And there's the timeline. Cool.
Sweet.
Right on. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a really, really interesting experience, cool experience. And I've got it blocked off on my calendar, so I'll be there with you.
Good.
So,
Good.
okay. So you know the program and you know the whole idea. What's been in your heart since the last time we spoke? What's been in your prayers these last days?
Oh gosh, it's been an evolution, I would say, of emotion and a journey of deeper spiritual practice. I would say the word that continues to come up that I'm working with is resistance.
Mm.
So my resistance to what is, my resistance to what's happening, the resistance that I might feel about being great in the world, the resistance to learning new technology, to learning something new. Also, I'm really sitting in the question of what is it that is being asked of me to become?
Mm.
What is this whole experience giving me to use? Like, what am I going to become from this? Where is the opportunity? Because we know that in the midst of the storm and the chaos and the uncertainty, that there is something that is untouched. It's untouchable, and there's an opportunity within this whole thing. And some of us we just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm leaning right now.
Gotcha. Right on.
Yeah. How about you?
I love that you're in the becoming.
Hmm.
right? And I did a meditation retreat on Saturday that was virtual as well, a 3-hour experience. And I'm a big, huge fan of visioning, so the whole retreat ends in a nice, big, huge visioning session, and it all leads up to that. And that's one of my favorite questions in the whole process, because I think I want to agree with you. I'm in a lot of that myself. What am I really becoming? There's all this stuff that's keeping me busy, all these things that are keeping my mind centered and focused on the one and on God, rather than what's going on out there and all that.
Hmm.
Um, and this is a great time to be asking that question. So
Hmm.
cool. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, folks, I think you probably know how it goes from here. This is called Share a Prayer. So I'm going to ask Reverend Savanna to get us started, and she'll move through the prayer process and the spiritual mind treatment. At some point, she'll hear that divine voice that says, "Okay, time for you to pass it along," and she'll send it over my way. We'll pick it up, keep going, and then say our goodbyes. Make sure you know how to stay in touch with us. So, dear one, please take us away.
So taking that holy breath, we just pause in this moment. Hmm. Taking this moment to turn within, to connect and to breathe into the life force that is breathing in through and as each and every one of us right here and right now. I am simply in awe and wonder of the magnificence of life, of the many ways that life renews itself and rebirths itself, how nature gives us this example of the renewal, of the rebirth, of the coming into something greater and more. And so I'm connecting with that now because I know that in the midst of the vastness of this one life, this one presence, it is magnificent. And this power and this presence, as vast as it is, it lives and breathes and moves as my life right here in this very moment. It's the very breath that I breathe. It is this voice that is speaking to you right now. And so, what is so amazing and beautiful about that is that we are forever and ever connected to it. We can never be separate from it. And because I know that this intelligence is creative and it is working in, through, and as my life in such a powerful and profound way, there are moments where I may not even know that that is what's happening. And so I simply allow myself to just get out of my own way and stop fighting for the limitations or my resistance that might be present in this current experience of this paradigm. And I lean into surrendering to something greater that wants to show me more. And it might be a greater healing or a deeper devotion to that inner life that I am called to, that we are called to. And it might be that I am being asked to trust in something deeper and to become more patient with this process of the unknown and what is unfolding before us. And so it is a moment in time that I'm declaring for our good right here and right now that something amazing is happening from this experience, even in the midst of destruction and loss and grief and chaos and turmoil and unknown and all of the conditions that are existing right now that we are experiencing. I absolutely declare and affirm and know that there is something so far greater, that this power and this presence is pulling us to such a greater vision for what is possible. And I am part of that. And Reverend Robert is part of that. And each and every one of us are activating this our potential right here and right now to create the world and the life that we wish to see. And so much of it is unknown, and yet we have the opportunity now to lean in. And so we lean in to trusting life to unfold with perfection, with harmony, with order, with beauty, so that we may remember our oneness and our connection to it. And that we have the power, that we are co-creating with something so vast and amazing and great. And so I know that we are abundantly blessed this day, that we release any limitations or perceived limitations or resistance around what is happening for each and every one of us, that we just let go. We just surrender and let go of the fight, the fighting, the limitations, and we trust in this power even more. We allow ourselves to go a little bit deeper. And I pass my word to Robert.
I feel that sacred yes rising up as I hear these words, as I hear this reminder. For I recognize the truth being spoken through Reverend Savanna's voice, through her heart, through her words this evening. I recognize that vibration of truth back of all that has been shared here this time, this moment. And I know that there is good flowing here right now, that there has been an energetic vibration that's being created, being nurtured, being amplified right now. In this moment, in this circle, by those that hear this word, and by the larger community that is echoing that sacred yes, that is part of the great awakening. What I recognize is I recognize right now all of humanity is in the season of awakening. Awakening to our spiritual magnificence, awakening to our emotional healing, awakening to the mental connections and the oneness of life, awakening to the physical perfection of the body temple, awakening to all of God's good. That's what I see. That's the energetic vibration I feel this day. The season of awakening is upon us. And so I know that we each stand at the moment of choice, the choice to say yes to the dreams, yes to the vision, yes to all that has been tugging at our hearts and our souls. Where we say yes to the darkness. We say yes to denying the truth. We say yes. We stand at that choice. And what I trust is I trust that those hearing these words have turned already away from the darkness, or in that have seen a hell of our own creation and said enough, and turning into the light, turning into that brilliant creative light that is God, and saying, here I shall serve, here I shall allow my hands to work, here I shall cast my voice and my prayer into the light, into the one, into truth, and allow that word to reverberate across the cosmos and return fulfilled upon my own life and my own experience. And I know each one here as part of that same cycle, part of that same creative power. And so I invite each one here to, within themselves, shout out that sacred yes, speak that sacred word, and claim for thyself the grand vision. Claim for thyself a sense of productivity and absolute health.
Yes.
A sense of rebirth and renewal, an opportunity to say yes to the greater yet to be of our lives, and to live that life fully. To live God's life fully. Here in this moment, in the next moment, and the next and the next. Oh, I feel the good. I feel the celebration, the excitement, the absolute giddy anticipation of witnessing the manifestation of a glorious dream, a world that works for everyone, humanity awakening to its spiritual magnificence. Life is so very good, and I'm grateful to be a part of that life. I'm grateful for everyone here that is in their own way rising up and adding their vibration, their sacred yes to this prayer. Most especially, I am grateful to know that God's got this. that I release this word into the law with an absolute sense of faith and confidence and a deep assurance that all is well, that everything necessary for complete fulfillment of my mission on the planet comes to me exactly as necessary. And I know that same truth for each one across this planet and beyond. No one absent, no one missing. There is a great awakening. And I'm just here to let it happen, to be a part of it and witness the grandeur of God's life expressing. So I do release from the grateful heart. I release this word into the law that has already said yes, that cannot deny this word that is already acting upon it, and I let it be. I get myself out of the way, and I invite you to join me in an affirmation of this truth by saying together, and so it is.
Ashe, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank
so much.
Thank you for being with us, dear ones. I so appreciate it. Now, you can catch up with Reverend Savanna at her Facebook page, Savvy Noel, or Savanna Noel, I'm sorry. On Instagram, you're Savvy Noel.
Yes, yeah. So if you go into the search bar, you can go to, Savvy Noel.
God. I'll be honest, folks, I'm not much of an Instagram guy, so I don't ask people for that link, but I guess I've got to start doing that on this show and make sure we get that on there. So let's say hello to a couple people. Suzanne Gruber, welcome. Thank you. Glad you're with us. And Ryan Baloo, I hope I'm saying that right, Ryan. If not, I'll get it right another time. But thank you, folks, for both being with us. All right. What are we? I know we're forgetting something here. I had this great idea. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Folks, this is how it works with ministers, folks, right? We never know where we're going to go and what Spirit's going to do. In the middle of my prayer, in the middle of your prayer, I very distinctly heard that you and I should do a Facebook Live on Thursday afternoon to remind people to show up to your event on Thursday night.
That would be rad.
So
great.
What do you think? What do you think, folks? Like a 5-minute, 10-minute check-in with Reverend Savvy on Thursday afternoon? Let me know in the comments. We'll see what we can. We'll see what we can do about that. So,
yeah, that's so exciting.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And thank you for bringing so many incredible faces and people onto this platform. I think it's so good. It's just, it's so cool that you're doing this.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a huge amount of fun, and I trust everyone else is enjoying it as well too. I said it last night. It's really great to hear so many of us speaking the same language with the same words, and we're all saying that we're all sharing the same prayer, but from our own perspectives, with our own little twist, with our own special, unique piece that is adding up to a really collective and amazing body of prayer work. So, and hey, look, probably the most beautiful woman in the world is watching tonight. Thank you for chiming in, dear one. I love it when I have fans like that. So, all right, let's let everybody get out of here. Thank you for being with me, dear one. Thank you, folks, for watching in. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 8:15 a.m. Mountain Time. And I have another really great friend. My dear brother, Reverend Jay Lang, is going to be with me tomorrow morning. So I'm looking forward. This is going to be a big prayer. I can promise you that. So, all right. Until next time, peace and blessings. Bye now.